get into the RBC Heritage. We had Stewart Cink at the ripe age of 47 years old.
Yeah.
When it put up his second win of the season.
Which other win did he win this season?
He won the Safeway, which counts as this season.
Right. That's right. That's right.
And so this is third win at Harbortown. It was 2004. Wow. Yeah, pretty wild.
Well, it shows he was a machine out there all week. He barely even missed a shot. Like
went 63 to open. That was It was quite a performance. And we talked about it last week. That favored precision and ball striking accuracy, and he basically checked all of those boxes 1,000 times over. It was really cool. His whole family was there. His son was on the bag. His 24-year-old son, who Stewart Cink was actually playing with 24-year-old Colin Morikawa.
What area is he from? Do you know?
Who?
Stewart Cink. Is he does he live in the area?
He lives I think he resides in Duluth, Georgia.
Oh, okay. So not
but
far.
in the area for sure, the southeast region for sure. But yeah, it was interesting because Stewart Cink was playing with Colin Morikawa, and Colin Morikawa was born in 1997, and that was the first time Stewart Cink held like a 54-hole lead. That's from Justin Ray. Pretty amazing, like what golf can do and bring, someone who you thought your career was pretty much over after he killed Tom Watson at Turnberry in 2009. But we saw some really, really great everything from Stewart Cink. A couple other names up on the leaderboard. Runner-up tied Emiliano Grillo, and Harold Varner III. Mav McNeely was there. Corey Connors, Canadian. How about that?
Back-to-back weeks, played solid. He was pretty good at the Masters too.
Playing solid. And so we saw a man on a mission it was a family affair. Dave, did you catch any of the coverage this weekend?
To be honest, I wasn't too invested this week. As I mentioned last week, once the Masters is done, my interest goes downhill the following week. So I'm just so drained from all the Masters coverage I took in. But yeah, I did check some of the action out this weekend. It's good to see Stewart Cink win. He's a good dude. Was he 47 years old? That's impressive. The way he played.
He's 47, and he's got one of the best hat tan lines in the world. It's world class.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I posted a meme on after the third round. There was him and his son shaking hands on the green, and they have like the same tan line. So I posted a meme like father like son, and it did well. Some people got a few chuckles out of that. But it was good to see. He played incredible. To be honest, I thought Colin was going to make a run for him today, and Colin just shit the bed with his putter, and he just played terrible. His short game was awful today and did nothing. So to be honest, he didn't really have any pressure. Like no one, like you said, Grillo made a little bit of a run, but not enough. Like I don't think the lead ever went less than 4 shots at all today. So he didn't really wasn't pushed. He just had to hit fairways, greens. He was aiming for the middle of the green, 2-putt, and that's it.
And you say you don't win a tournament on a Thursday or Friday, but he kind of did.
He pretty much did, yeah.
After just lighting the place on fire.
It was kind of Tiger-esque back in the day. Tiger would win a lot of events after Friday, right? He'd have a huge lead and never come back, and that's pretty much what Cink did today or this week.
Yeah. One would say it was almost boring golf. The way he played.
Today was extremely boring. I watched majority of today, and it was just nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, it was fairways, it was greens, it was coming close on some putts and just knocking them in. But we were talking about Colin Morikawa. We just wanted to mention that was my contender in this week's.
How'd your picks do?
Lock. So yeah, Colin had a chance. He was contending until he was the only player
contended.
over par.
He still finished what,
like,
top 10?
T7.
Yeah, so
T7.
that's
so yeah, I mean, he's
right
in there. Yeah, I just don't think he had a very good day. I mean, obviously, we said it from the beginning. I mean, he's going to continue to impress with his irons, and that's going to put him in positions like that.
Even those were off today.
Yeah. I mean, golf's hard, man. Right?
That's
golf's hard. Yeah. Will Zalatoris said he was fried. I thought, he'd be just running right into Harbor Town after his performance. But I mean, regardless, he was 5 under, T42. No complaints from someone who's coming off one of the biggest weeks of his life. And I faded Bryson, who didn't even show up, so I'll count that as a victory.
That counts. Yeah.
I mean, they even built the net up at the driving range to make sure that like he didn't fly it over it. And 20 grand later, he's not even showing up. But yeah, picks were, all right. Colin kind of saved me. How about you, Dave?
I had Abraham Answer to win. I mean, he had a decent event. I think he finished tied for 18th, so not the worst, but he was never really near the lead, obviously, but obviously Stewart ran away with it. I had Kuchar to contend, and he also finished tied for 18th. So, he decent week again. And then I had DJ was my fade, and he actually played pretty solid. I think he did top 15. He finished. So he looked to get back on track this week a bit since he was struggling the last month or so. So yeah, my picks were, not the worst, not the best either. So that was that.
Well, we're like we said from the very beginning, it's not financial advice. We're just here to make sure you are picking smartly. That's all. Yeah. I mean, I would more listen to Dave than me. I kind of just, Dave's been riding a wave. He wouldn't let you know his side sink bet under the table, which he might have made. But these are the secrets that maybe we'll put behind a paywall. You might have to ask him for his opinions. But anyways, we also
DM me if you want.
DM Dave at Golf and Jokes.
Yeah, for some picks.
We also saw just put a bow on it. Stewart Cink, hell of a tan line, awesome win. Showed everyone that you don't have to hit the ball 900 yards to absolutely burn down.
He was hitting some pretty good drives. He was out driving Colin today.
Yeah, well, yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Colin, man. He did not look good.
Yeah. But I mean, he's not the longest hitter by any means, but still, Stewart was out driving him.
Just real quick. Also, Cink, he also hit the fairway on the 18th hole and didn't have any problems.
They were saying that's the easiest fairway to hit on tour.
Yeah,
because it's 87 yards wide,
6 yards.
Something like that.
Yeah,
86.
Yeah, something. But you got to make sure that you got to get the ball in the air too. That's the thing. That's the key.
That's not a problem for them.
for them, no. Stewart Cink, and just real quick, his last win was in 2009. Comes back 2020, 2 wins, 2020, 2021. Awesome. However the hell how the PGA Tour considers the season.
That's golf, man. You're never done.
Are we talking about Stewart Cink for the Ryder Cup?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, good point.
Why
not?
If
he gets like one more win, that should be like pretty much a lock on points, I would think.
He's kind of playing beautiful golf. It was wonderful to see. So good for Stewart. We're happy for you. We did see a couple other things that caught our attention over the weekend. On Thursday, Billy Horschel, who seems to be in the news recently for slamming clubs in his bag
the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, or taking off his shoes. He said something very interesting. He mentioned arm lock putting. Real quick, the quote, I'm bringing up something different here, and I'm going on a limb. I don't think this arm lock putting should be allowed. I'll give the belly putter back and take away the arm lock. Guys are getting too good doing at it. Guys are getting too good doing it. It's not against the rules, right? but it does seem pretty borderline anchored. I have my own opinions on it. Billy has his opinions on it. Dave, what do you think about Billy's comments regarding arm lock putting?
I agree with him. Now it is legal for, so whoever is doing it is it's perfectly fine. I
Bryson.
don't think it should be allowed though. I kind of who else does it besides him?
Kuchar.
Kuchar, yeah.
Bryson.
Bryson.
They were both in our picks.
Is there any others besides?
Yeah, plenty others.
Yeah, I personally don't think it should be
does
allowed.
it.
Yeah,
and Billy played with him, and I think that's what he like kind of mentioned, which was interesting to say the least. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Dave. It's
I don't like it. I think it should just be a free stroke. Yeah, it's kind of like anchoring almost, right?
I mean, yeah, if
you're against your arm instead of against your sternum.
If you're not allowing the face to rotate freely, that's kind of anchoring. But you know, there's the USGA and the RNA and the rules committee that needs to maybe get some priorities in order.
Doesn't Longer do it as well? And there's like some people
and Adam Scott. Yeah. Adam Scott's all the way up here too.
Yeah, like, and like if your shirt's baggy, it looks almost like it's anchored.
I did see, speaking about Bernard Longer, I did see a quick posted meme about him. He was looking a lot like Clint Eastwood today.
I saw that.
In Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, the arm lock, I just think it'd be funny if you took another method of putting away from Bryson. I wouldn't give him back the belly putter by any means. I mean, again, we're big Tiger people, obviously. He has never gone to an arm lock or a belly putter. That much I do know. Because putting is
he's against that too. I've heard him make comments in the past.
Because putting is a skill and an art form, and it should be that way. That's just a couple of golf purists talking, probably. So yeah, that was an interesting thing that happened. I thought, Billy Horschel, we appreciate him opening his mouth, and it makes for some good conversation. I also saw, just real quick, other golf news. I know we don't really talk much women's golf, but Lydia Ko won for the first time in like 1,080 something days, which is interesting. She said she was inspired by Spieth. Pretty cool to see two majors, and Hideki also came back last week to win the Masters in like 1,300 days. So like there has been some serious star power getting their groove back. But that's our little heritage recap.